Yo, Perspectives and Facts podcast, episode 27. We are here today. We back. Got DZ Redline here.
Yeah.
My bro, you know what I'm saying? We're going to title this episode Island Boys, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And we're excited. Like I said, this 27th episode. The last episode has been doing great numbers. The YouTube analytics look great. Subscribers look great. We're at 1,500 subscribers. So salute to everybody who's been subscribing to the podcast, who's been commenting, liking, and sharing the platform. Salute to Randy and Jordan, who held it down last week and really brought a lot of good energy, nice, fresh vibes to the podcast.
Definitely.
We killed the topics. It was awesome. David, how are you feeling today? How was your week?
It was good, man. It's been a great weekend so far. Weather is great. You know, numbers are doing great.
Absolutely.
Everything's great.
Everything's awesome. Everything's great. The weather is so nice. I think we might go out tonight.
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
not raining. There's not a cloud in the sky.
It's not even. It's like 75, 76 degrees.
It's nice.
Florida shit.
Florida shit, man. A lot of news this week. Let's go down on the topics real quick. We're going to do the top 5 community section roast of FBJ like we do every week from the Star Report community section. You know what I'm saying? We are a lightning rod in there every week.
Yeah, I see you.
Yeah.
They just can't help themselves.
They can't.
A lot of questionable things, too, but we're going to leave that where it is.
A lot of questionable comments by the Peanut Gallery in Star's community section.
Yeah.
A lot of sexualized projections. But, you know.
Says a lot.
It says a lot.
Yeah.
And it is what it is.
I get it. It's funny stuff.
It's funny stuff. We're also going to be talking about Jalen Rose filed for divorce from Molly Karam.
About time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Justice for Juicy. Yes,
Guy.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we also,
justice.
and I think we want to go down some of the things that a lot of people were saying about our specific community and our lack of support for him when the charges first brought up.
I was going to say, I didn't know which
but I feel like our community was the first one.
Which community?
The heterosexual black male community.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
The community.
He's part of a lot of communities.
He was a part of a lot of communities. They all left him.
Some I don't, so I just wanted to make sure that we were talking about
a certain community you align with.
Exactly.
Of course.
Exactly.
Travis Scott interview with Charlemagne, the God.
All right.
We don't want to get into that a little bit. You know, he's coming back to us.
Oh,
No Nikes for Negroes.
Okay. Yeah.
Also, one of the biggest events this year, the Kanye and Drake benefit concert for Larry Hoover.
Yeah.
Epic.
I almost forgot it was about Larry Hoover.
Monumental.
Yeah, definitely.
Epic. A generational event that, multi-generational event. And I feel like I'm just happy for us to grow up literally in the Drake and Kanye era, like from the start to end.
It was fun.
Very fortunate.
It still is fun.
Very fortunate. For the two pillars of a generation kind of to do that and to be who they are.
Yeah.
Groundbreaking, bro. Groundbreaking. Slim 400 murdered in Inglewood.
Yeah.
YG affiliate, Blood affiliate. We're going to get into that a little bit. Kevin Hart's new show on Netflix. Super dope. Gonna get into that. NBA YoungBoy is wearing makeup, fresh out of prison.
He's himself now, from what he said.
Let's get into that. And if we got time, Elon Musk wants to implant microchips in humans by 2022.
About time.
What Tupac said: "Before I flee computer chips, I gotta deal with brothers tripping."
Yeah.
On they don't give a fuck about us. Before I flee computer chips, I gotta deal with brothers tripping. What, like 96, 97, 95 type shit? Yeah, man. All right, so we're going to get into these topics, perspectives, and facts. Podcast episode 27, Island Boys. That's what it is, man. Island boy, keep my gun. Island boy, keep my gun. Florida shit, man. Them niggas from Gainesville.
Keep that shit, man.
I'm an island boy. Keep my gun. Okay, so after being separated for almost a year, Molly and I have decided to go our separate ways. Jalen Rose wrote, "We both agree remaining friends and colleagues is the best course of action for our relationship moving forward. Please respect our privacy at this time." A source insisted there was no drama surrounding the split, which happened back in January. They were friends before they got together and are still friends, the source said. They saw each other at work today and it was totally normal. They worked to keep their relationship status private over the last year because they have a lot of respect for each other. TMZ obtained the couple's divorce documents, said Rose filed for divorce in April after the couple starred in a Gatorade commercial together.
They did?
I guess. According to divorce documents, Rose said the marriage ended after Quorum moved to Connecticut. Rose is not asking for alimony and wants the same for his ex. TMZ reports via legal documents the couple reportedly did not have a prenup, and Quorum is not asking for spousal support. First Take host.
It's kind of funny how they
hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
First Take host Quorum has yet to address the news. She hosted a show Wednesday before the news of the couple's divorce broke. Quorum has removed Rose's name from her social media accounts. Rose, who hosts the Renaissance Man pod for the Post, and Quorum first went public with their relationship in 2016 June. They tied the knot July 2018 in a small ceremony in New York City. David, DZ Redline, how do you feel about this news? What are your thoughts?
I think it's funny kind of how the reporter said that Jalen wasn't seeking alimony. Like, that's normally the other way around. But anyway, I think it's a good look for Jalen. He went ahead and got ahead of the media spin that definitely could have spent it the other way around. Definitely handled it like most professional athletes should handle it. But, I mean, he's not a professional. You know, he's retired. But, you know, definitely seasoned move. You know, he's going out here a lot better than a lot of these old and young cats is going out. So, I mean, I like the move. You feel me? Now, you know, her spin team has to come back and make sure everything stays cordial, because the last thing you want to do is make it some back and forth battle. That's what we've been seeing a lot during these recent divorces, a lot of ugly situations. So it looks like this one may, because he got out ahead of the situation, it may end a lot smoother than what we've been seeing in the media and with these celebrities.
Of course. My thoughts about it, you know, I just feel like Jalen Rose could always do better. I feel like he always could have did better. You know what I'm saying?
What are we talking about, like the chick?
Yeah, the chicks he can get with. Yeah. Jalen, come on, bro. I seen Shannon Sharp in a hotel with a baddie. You feel me? So it's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Jalen Rose in that lineup, I'm pretty sure he can pull, you know, something better than Molly Karam. On top of the fact, you know, I feel like I'm not there, so this is all speculation. I feel like Jalen Rose probably, you know, got a little caught up in the work wife situation. You know what I'm saying? You know, oh, we got the new baddie. You niggas is falling over. She fuck with me. You know, sometimes at work, you get the new chick, and she's just the hottest chick in office, and she's kind of vibing with you. So, you know, as that dude at work, you start, you know what I'm saying, messing around with it.
Oh, yeah.
And I think I think it was amicable, you know what I'm saying? I think it was cool, you know what I'm saying, their little work relationship on ESPN. Back in the day, Jalen Rose.
Cute.
Yeah, it was cute. But, you know, Jalen Rose, I feel like, you know, doing, you know, traveling, you know, he's still Jalen Rose. He's still a Detroit nigga. So, you know, I'm not going to say prayers out to anybody because it don't seem like these niggas need prayers. These are millionaires, well-off to do people.
Yeah, I think that'd be
and right. I'll say congratulations for both of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, congratulations.
Grown man move on.
Grown man move. Yeah. We have the top roast, community section roast of FBJ in the Star community section. Yeah. Go in there and leave your best joke. So the first one we got is 79 likes. Got Florida Boy's thoughts. Damn, that bussy looking good from over here. We got another one with 57 likes. YNW Melly had murder on his mind. FBJ got bussy on his mind. They ain't the same. Somebody said, don't mind me. I'm here for the comments. Nigga said, I wonder if he's gotten that Z up to 400 horsepower yet.
Good comment.
Very good comment. This like patience. Patience is a virtue. I just want to say salute to you because you've always been in my comments, the views on Instagram, the DMs. You are one of my favorite supporters, one of my most adamant supporters. She said, looking good with that sunset in the backdrop.
Oh, yeah.
You know, she's just one of the, you know, genuine supporters that, you know, through the sea of hate, they're right there.
Genuine supporters. Yeah,
you know, FBJ, yeah, this motherfucking car behind me will be mine in 2029. You best believe that. Hilarious because I got the car in 2018.
Yeah.
Funny comment. That's why I love you niggas. Stun on them. The hate is entertaining. Facts. I don't hate dude, but I just can't rock with him though. Juicy Trial got FBJ contemplating his lifestyle. FBJ looking like, damn, Zach Lee stood me up again. Looks like for the new cover of his album, Get Bussy or Die Trying. Said, damn, I should use another filter for this background.
Yeah, it's straight. It's all right.
You know, get it, young brother. Thank you. He spotted a nice piece of bussy across the street.
Jeez.
FBJ looking to see where he can sell some bussy for Christmas. Presents for his side dude, light-skinned Rory. Yo, you guys with the bussy comments, man. That is y'all favorite fucking word, man. And segueing
keep the pussy out of your mouth.
For real, this is gonna, I guess, be called the alternate bussy dimension segment.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna segue this right into
the smoothie.
Justice for Juicy.
The smoolo.
Justice for Juicy. Justice for Juicy.
This fucking guy, bro.
Let me go down. Okay.
This fucking guy, man.
On Thursday, Mr. Smollett or Mrs. I don't know if he's binary, non-binary. I don't know what, he wants to call himself.
He'll find out who he is when he goes to jail.
To the slammer.
Which one he is.
He was found guilty on 5 of 6 felony counts of disorderly conduct for making false reports to Chicago police claiming he was a victim of a hate crime. Smollett had said he was attacked with a noose in Chicago late one night by Trump supporters yelling homophobic and racist slurs. Smollett, who maintains his innocence and pleads to appeal, is facing up to 3 years in prison and a $2,500 fine. The fine I'm more okay with, but at this point, why send him to jail, somebody wrote. He lost his hit show career. He'll be mocked for this chapter most likely for the rest of his life. Is a prison different of a sort? Is the prison in which the justice system decided to place former Republican Aaron Schalk, I don't know who the hell he is, has faced a 24-count indictment in 2018 for alleging theft. I don't know what they're talking about. Pretty much, this article is saying that, he should be, I guess.
That article is basically saying that they don't want him to go to jail.
Isn't it enough punishment? That's what they're saying.
Isn't humiliation enough? No, it's not enough. I don't think it's enough.
No, it's not.
I don't wish jail on nobody, but I mean, how defiant and adamant he is about not making up this story is kind of, what the fuck, you feel me? And
the main thing that I'm excited, I won't say excited about, but I'm happy about is the fact that he was exposed as a liar. I didn't like the fact that people like Amanda Seals came out and was saying, oh, what he did isn't taking black people back. It's these black men who are doing this, and that's taking black. And it's like, yo, why are you redirecting the energy? Because it was a Democratic ran hoax that backfired for an anti-lynching bill Kamala Harris was trying to push to get a black vote, which hasn't still gotten passed. Part because it's bad press. Kim Fox is left to dry, the DA of I think Illinois, of Chicago. And really, I remember Vibe had a magazine saying, "Oh, is there homophobia because straight black men are being silent of the Juicy Smollett, a racial attack, and black males are being silent because we know niggas, we know this nigga lying." Like if a fox calls out another fox, don't you think a fox knows how foxes move? If a bear called out another bear, don't you think a bear knows how that bear moves? So if a black man calls out another black man for being cap, why are we disqualified from our objective observations?
Because
it didn't fit the narrative.
Gay men words is always going to be always, but right now in history, a gay man's word is law over heterosexual men, especially in the black community.
Or this NBC article.
Hopefully this will change a little bit, but I doubt it.
Or this NBC article writing Jussie Smollett's guilty verdict doesn't mean anti-gay violence isn't real. That's true, but that's not the point. The point is he gave you guys a black eye for anti-gay violence. He should really be reprimanded and banned by the community because not only did he cause a hoax, cause a distraction, he pretty much took something that real people go through and tried to dramatize it and tried to play it like an Empire script, and it backfired.
It's okay as long as it's one of their own. When I say one of their own, obviously I'm talking about a gay person, but right. It's okay if they do it.
But see, I'm not going to generalize the whole community because it is some people of that community who's been calling him out, been very vocal, and have been calling him out. Because to keep it a buck, people of the community were the first ones coming, on the Star Report and other platforms like, hey, being in the community, he could have been cruising. He could have been in Boys Town. That's a gay area in Chicago. Like, they was kind of dropping the clues and opening it up.
I remember.
To keep it 1,000, they were kind of the first ones kind of picking holes in the story because they're of the community. So they're like, listen, what you're saying doesn't add up. And then for the fact that not only did he carry on with the lie, and he went to court and started snitching. He tried to snitch on the 2 Nigerian guys and say one of them he was with the bathhouse and basically expose their whole relationship. And then he snitched on Don Lemon, who was just telling, and Don Lemon didn't even, honestly, I don't think Don Lemon did anything wrong. Don Lemon just told him, hey man, police don't believe your story. But maybe there's more evidence of Don Lemon trying to help him cover it up or trying to help him maneuver through it. But bottom line, not only is he going to be banished from the black community, not only is he going to be banished from the gay community, not only is he going to be banished from the acting community, he's also a snitch. He has showed the worst character traits of any human being, regardless of race, religion, or sexual preference.
America loves a comeback story, John. You know, remember Florida Boy J. You know,
I understand America loves a comeback story.
A comeback story.
Listen,
no pun intended. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, comeback story.
I agree with you, but at the same time, I can't act like this isn't an egregious act that should not go unnoticed and shouldn't go without public ridicule like he's been getting. On top of the fact, like they said, his career is pretty much taken away. So it's not like I'm sitting here saying he should get more public humiliation, but should he be?
I don't think his career say. I think he's gone down on the list. Like, you know how you have A, B, C, D list. Right. He might be in the F list right now, but I think after a certain amount of time, don't be surprised if you see the Smooth Boy in like a Tyler Perry show or some old, like, you know,
Island Boy,
keep my gun. You gonna be flipping stations, and then he gonna be on the one channel or something.
Bussy popping.
Yeah, some bussy popping shit that you ain't never. Yeah, watch what I tell you.
Can I put my tinfoil kufi on?
Go ahead.
I feel like this was.
I got one I heard today that's trippy. That's real trippy.
All right. I think this case, like most things, was a Democratic psyops placed in front of the Ghislaine Maxwell trial for the same week. Because why are we talking about Juicy Smollett, who orchestrated this on the backs of Democrats? And this fell through, but they're going to run with this story, knowing the Ghislaine Maxwell story opens up a lot of things that's going on with the Democrats. Like, a lot of these Democratic senators, governors, mayors of these certain cities have been resigning, have been getting locked up, have been getting indicted off this Ghislaine Maxwell trial, and they have been covering it up. So I just think this is a Democratic distraction for people to pay more attention to Juicy Smollett, and he's being a sacrificial media lamb.
If we want to play that tinfoil kufi, you know,
this is a tinfoil kufi segment. We're segueing out of the alternate Bussy Chronicle segment.
Niggas are easily distracted. So if we're talking about a certain type of people, because I don't think a lot of people really care about this, you know, the Juicy situation. But if you definitely want to distract niggas from something like a Maxwell trial, then yeah, that bullshit, that little cute ass, he's gonna stay in his actor mode while he's on the stand and all this shit. Yeah, that would definitely be a nice distraction. I can definitely see that, especially from the Democrats, because, you know, niggas love Democrats, and you ain't black if you ain't vote for.
That's what Biden told y'all, and y'all went ahead and voted. Man,
so,
man, mama, wear my red hat.
Yeah, type shit.
That's how I feel. I feel like Kanye, nigga.
So yeah, I can definitely see the Juicy being a distraction for black people. For black people only. Only niggas gonna get distracted.
I think it was more than just black. I think it was really a national distraction too.
Yeah, I mean, because you gotta add in the other organizations and affiliates that he's affiliated with. So, you know, I think for the first time, I don't think it's even like, you know, who's keeping score, but the alphabet people call it L. That's what it's really about. That's what it's really about. And, you know, they don't take L's.
Yeah, and honestly, this is one of the worst years, I think, optically for Democrats since I can remember.
Probably since the Clinton situation. And he wasn't even directly tied to the Democrats and that whole thing, just him lying. But this year, what we going through,
it's just more than just.
This is the worst.
It's not just the present. It's like everybody affiliated with that party is just going straight to shit.
And not even on from, we ain't really political people, but we do pay attention. But yeah, I would say this is probably the worst.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying, just to get a little deep on y'all, because some people say y'all don't talk about no real shit, y'all don't talk about nothing affecting the community, like, because we're trying to get monetized, nigga. Okay, you want all that Koofy shit, you go to Young Pharaoh for that. You go get your Koofy news from them. Over here,
those guys, we
getting monetized. All right, to segue to another topic of distraction, since we got on tinfoil Koofies for you niggas. The Travis Scott fallout from his concert, he didn't really talk to a lot of black media. He didn't really go around us a lot. Kanye said you keep smiling for them folks on that Life of the Party. About a couple months for this situation happened. Kanye kind of been hitting you over here. You keying with them on that OJ time. Then when they flip you, give you a nigga wake-up call, then what happens? Then you want to come back, put your tinfoil Koofy on, and have an interview with Charlamagne. So we're going to get into that. He sat down with Charlamagne, the God, for an interview posted on Charlamagne's channel. And the things that I'll say that pointed out what Travis Scott said, he said, even after the show, you're just kind of hearing things which I didn't know the exact details, until minutes before the press conference, he said. Another key point he also said is the thing is people pass out and things happen in concerts. But something like that, he said, going silent. About 50,000 people were in attendance for the musical festival on November 5th when 8 people died, 11 went to cardiac arrest, and 23 were taken to the hospital, according to the Desert News. 2 people later died from their injuries. The musician offered a free month of therapy for all victims participating with the BetterHelp and offered to cover the funeral cost for the victims, according to Daily Best. In a 50-minute interview, Scott seemed stoic, sitting back in his chair as he answered Charlamagne's questions. Though the video surfaced, fans appeared to be begging for Scott to stop. He's been adamant that he didn't know what was going on, pointing out the limited visibility from the stage as a factor, per the report. He said, you can only help what you can see, and whatever you're told, whatever they tell you to stop, you stop. He said in an interview, it's crazy because I'm the artist too. Anytime you can hear something like that, you want to stop the show, and you want to make sure the fans get the proper attention they need. Anytime I can see anything like that happening, I stopped it. He said, I stopped a couple times just to make sure everybody was okay, he added, and it really just got off of the fans. I really just go off of the fans' energy as a collective, just as a response. He was like, I didn't hear it. I got music in my ears. I got the music, the little, the earpiece in. I just didn't hear that. He denied the accusations of encouraging fans to rage, but instead it was just about having fun. As artists, you trust professionals for when things happen and people can leave safely. As the night was, it was just a regular show. It felt like, to me, as far as the energy, he said, it was just a regular show. And people didn't show up there just to be harmful. People showed up to have a good time. Something unfortunate happened, and we just need to figure out what it was. What is your thoughts on his PR campaign, him talking to Charlamagne, having a sit-down interview, trying to explain himself? Just what are your thoughts on the event, on basically his role in it, and what he's doing to kind of slow down the negative media attention he's getting?
He can only do so much.
Right.
That interview that he had with Charlamagne had it to happen, eventually.
Right.
So I guess, you can look at it from like what Kanye was saying about who he had it with. That could definitely be counted into. But people are going to have their own assumptions. People are going to come up with certain themes and conspiracies, especially on how the whole setup was and just the amount of energy. But at the same time, if you're looking at it from his perspective, which is not really easy for everybody to do, it comes off kind of truthful, especially from the way he reacted to the crowd and how he acted, this, that, and the third. I mean, it doesn't really just sound like a setup. He's gonna take a little hit from it,
Right.
But there's only so much he can do about the situation in general. That's how I feel.
Personally, I think that one thing about Travis Scott, he doesn't really show a lot of his personality or who he really is.
I think that adds to his character.
But yeah. I think that also adds to people not humanizing him in the moment because you never really showed us a human side. So we're gonna just treat you like a production, like an idea.
But see, I think that at the same time that adds to the mystique of an entertainer.
Exactly.
That like them not being
real
human
old school vibe
is what makes them up here.
It keeps the mystique.
Exactly.
But my thing is, why do you wait till something bad? Just like a lot of black entertainers, why do you wait till something bad happens to, oh, now I want to do a Charlamagne interview. Oh, now I want to, talk to the people. And it's like, nah, you can't really. And the thing about it is like, one thing I like about social media is that social media keeps receipts. So when they're kind of trying to galvanize the black community to get behind Travis Scott, niggas like, nah.
I don't, but see, that's the thing.
You don't feel like that. You don't feel like he's doing that.
I don't, nah. Like I said, you can kind of, I guess you can take the person that he had the interview with kind of like that. But at the same time, like if you're looking at it from that lens, but just to play on the back end, like I never needed to have no interview about this with y'all because I don't think Travis Scott makes music for black people specifically.
No, I totally agree. That's not a bad thing.
I'm not saying that he doesn't care about how black people look at him either. I'm not saying that.
Right.
But I don't think this is a black people get behind me because I'm in trouble with white people moment. I think it's just like Charlamagne got the interview. I'm talking about the event as a situation. Like okay, prime example, like you want Barbara Walters to interview this nigga Diane Sawyer, like you feel me? Like it does to me at this point. Like he's going to have to.
Charlamagne,
have that type of,
like Charlamagne was a smart interview regardless
exactly,
of race.
Like he's affiliated, he's in there.
Right.
Like he kind of can't do too much wrong. You feel me? So he's going to have that interview and say what he was going to say because obviously it wasn't. I'm pretty sure he felt that way. But that little apology he gave wasn't never going to be enough. He knew that. His PR team knew that. So the whole sit down thing is inevitable to me.
Okay.
Like it's on some cleanup, the cleanup crew. It's the cleanup situation now. We got to clean that up.
I can see it. And what do you think his career is going to be going forward? Do you think he's going to recover from this, or do you think it's kind of like a fork in the road moment where it's going to be certain steps to playing out the future trajectory of Travis Scott and his overall brand?
I think it's not that much of a fall, but it's the same situation. Like number one, as much like I say, I'm pretty heavy on the theories and stuff like that. But from what I seen, it didn't look like that was something that was orchestrated. It looks like an accident. And again, America loves like little comeback situations. So to me personally, it seems like Americans have a short stint when it comes to memories and bad things that happen. So I think the music that he's finna drop is going to not necessarily make people forget about it, but it's going to remind people of why they liked him in the first place. Like, okay, like when his new album drops, people are going to be I'm not speaking for everybody, but the people that enjoy music and enjoy Travis Scott music is going to play that new shit like, oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah. Like they're not going to forget about what happened, but it's going to be placed once again back on the back burner. Like, yeah, those people died, but this new album slaps. And people may have a hard time saying that out loud, but that's what's going to happen. The new album's going to drop.
Yo, bigger the controversy, harder the music slaps.
It's going to slap, and people are going to be like, people are going to be sitting there, rolling up, smoking, rolling.
Because that Mafia
hard.
track he dropped
That's what
go
I'm saying.
hard.
Mafia and Escape Plan went hard. So you like listen.
Which one you like more, Mafia or Escape Plan? I like Mafia a little better. I like them slow. I like them slow
slicker.
Travis Scott.
Mafia is slicker.
Yeah, I like them type of Travis. I like the hype ones, but I like more of them.
So look, let's just say if he leaves those off of the album, which he could, but let's just say he puts those on. We just know by those two tracks alone that it's going to be something serious, and everything else that he's kind of dropped, from here on. So it's. Like I said, people gonna be in their car or wherever the fuck they at partying. They were like, yeah, those people died, but this shit is slapping. So, that's how I feel about it.
Hey, man, I agree. I think this next Travis project is going to be the most important, especially a fork and roll moment. Cause
I think it is going to be.
Because honestly, it's like this, and I think it kind of messed up his rollout because I think he was probably gonna roll out some music at top of the year.
I do too.
And Travis Scott is a vibe, bro. You don't want people to like miss their errors. You know what I'm saying? You don't want him to get too cold. And because I mean, you seen it with Ja Rule, you seen it with the Migos. Like you can be hot and then it's just over with. You know what I'm saying? And not that it's over with, but it's like you just lose steam and it's kind of hard to recover that steam. The only person I've seen kind of maintain that shit is Future. But Future, the run of music that he dropped, he never really, like Travis Scott is somebody who would take 2-3 years at a time to drop a project. Future take 2-3 months and got something else out. So
yeah, I was just gonna say like it's certain
Future
artists,
kept himself hot.
Like there's certain artists though, like Travis and the Coles and the Kendricks and the Drakes. Sometimes they don't have to. They can go like
Travis Scott's in that realm.
Yeah, Travis Scott. Like they don't have. They can go 2, 3, maybe sometimes even 4 years and not drop nothing. So you got to be part of a special class. But yeah,
I agree. And I think one of the biggest events, which was super dope, was the Kanye and Drake benefit concert for Larry Hoover.
Yeah, he actually came out to the La Flame verse.
Yeah, it was super, super dope.
Yeah, I think that was some historical footage.
Free Larry Hoover. I seen a lot of people from LA getting mad that they were doing it in Los Angeles, but I think it was more of just a geographical weather convenience more than like we don't want to do it in Chicago.
I definitely agree.
So I feel like Chicago in December, nigga, outside, like, no, bro. It's going to be minus something degrees. Nobody's going to, no. Do it in Los Angeles.
He just gave y'all the Donda thing, too. Like, calm down. Like,
it's man.
Okay. It's okay. He can do a Chicago legend in L.A. And here's another thing I was actually thinking about. Like, it's still, I'm not saying anything about, what Larry Hoover had or, his organization, but L.A. is still a gang city. So I mean, I ain't saying everybody going to see Kanye and Drake. That's not what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, it's still LA. It's still gang affiliated, just like Chicago is. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it was for a good cause. All that it should have been in Chicago shit is just niggas whining. Yeah, I don't even want to call that even. It's not even like politics. Like it's just niggas whining about where it should, with their perspective where it should be. At the end of the day, that shit don't really carry no weight. It's morally about. I put it like this. I bet if those same people knew the track list and what Kanye was gonna do, they probably wouldn't be saying nothing.
You know what it is? It's just I feel like in LA, the gang culture, they just want to extort niggas and have them niggas check in. And because it's Kanye and Drake, you really can't put hands on them to get them to check in. I think that's what they're salty about. That like they're about to make a lot of money and y'all just can't walk up on Kanye and Drake, even though if they even live in LA and be like, yo, pay us, woo out the bam. Is more like,
and that goes into that don't even sound like street politics to me. That just sound like some.
Because what they were saying was like, damn, we could how come y'all ain't like doing no benefit concert for some of the real ass Bloods and the Crips who put in work, who's locked up like Larry Hoover. But it's like, nigga, why aren't you asking Dr. Dre to open it up or Snoop Dogg? Like, bro,
you gotta look at it with your open eyes. Like, don't just look at it with your half open. Like, he took Larry Hoover's name, took it all the way to L.A. and had a concert with Larry Hoover's name on his back and on his. Like, I'm not saying there isn't more that he can do, but I mean, come on, bruh.
Let's and now let's get into the actual show itself. Personally, I felt like this was it felt kind of like a versus, I think, because we've been so used to versus. But after I watched the track list and then see them performance, it really felt like if you ever been to like for the Drake concert when he had in 2016, right? When he had Future, it was like the Drake and Future concert. And really it was a Drake show. Future came in and did it like a 30-minute hour set, and then Drake closed the show out. So kind of what this show was like what it said, Kanye West with special guest Drake.
That's exactly what it was.
So it was basically a Kanye West show, and like any special guest or somebody who's a second name on a tour, they come in and do most of their new stuff while the headliner does their catalog. And going down on it, it was beautiful. It was probably one of my favorite events watching. The energy from the crowd was really giving the goosebumps because like we said, growing up in the era of Kanye, knowing that, okay, at certain points where you didn't think he would be performing songs, you wouldn't hear these songs live, and to hear the crowd literally shout every word, like the energy would come through the screen. If you're an emotional person, you probably teared up. Like when he came out to Jesus Walks, you know what I'm saying? Kind of brought it full circle.
Yeah.
All Falls Down, Gold Digger, Touch the Sky. Then he went to Stronger. All the Lights was huge. Black Skinhead, Mercy, Good Life. I think what me and David said, and I think a lot of people say the peak moment of performance when he did Flashing Lights, the way the crowd went, the way the lights dimmed, I think that was a super Kanye moment. Then he went into Say You Will off of 808s and Heartbreaks. Huge. Yes. He really took us there. And then I think really our favorite part was when he went to I Wonder, because that is a B-side on Graduation that is a fan favorite that we didn't think 13 years after the track that you would ever hear him perform that song live.
It's like certain drops and releases with the Jordans. Like you know he's never gonna.
You're never gonna get that cut again.
Never gonna. But not even what made it extra clean, what extra raw. It's like you didn't know if you was ever gonna see him perform that again. Like some of those tracks. Like, you remember him doing a couple of them, like, you kind of remember him doing, like, award shows and shit.
Yeah, like Touch the Sky, Gold Digger.
Yeah, like, So,
Good Life.
Runaway. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, you remember those moments. You remember it takes you back to simpler times, like I was saying earlier. Like, those moments really screenshotted not only hip-hop, but just your life in general.
And I think the cool moment was when he went to Can't Tell Me Nothing, and you seen Drake come on the stage, and like we said earlier, and it was really, I think, what
Drake felt that.
Yeah, and I think you kind of felt where Drake frustration stems from, because I think when it comes down to Drake, he just be like, he's like everybody else who's a fan of Kanye. Nigga, I just want to be with Ye. Like when he walked up on there and you seen him, it looked just like the Can't Tell Me Nothing video, and the way Drake was moving Kanye, it was like he was just like, man, I need to be in the smoke with Ye. Like I need to be on stage. Niggas can't tell me nothing. I need to be with it with Ye. It was a real fan moment. Yeah. A real, like, I'm giving you your flowers. Not only that, but I'm low-key pulling a little mama, nigga. Like, I know my set's coming up next. Yeah. But, nah, nigga, this that shit.
This the one.
And then Drake got into his stuff, and I think that's when we kind of realized he was just going to be doing CLB. Because, honestly, if Drake did, what me and you talked about, like a real Drake show, too, it would have been like a 4 or 5 hour concert.
Exactly.
But he came out doing the 24 cover off of Donda.
Yeah.
Awesome harmonization.
Yeah, he did.
It's beautiful.
I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I still don't think he can, like, he's a singer. But he's
top tier crooner.
He can do that. Yeah, he did that.
He can hold a melody.
Yeah, he can do it.
Did Wants and Needs, No Friends in the Industry, What's Next? What else he did? A Life is Good, I Miss You Too. I like that song because it got Kid Cudi on it.
Yeah.
That was dope. Yeah. Laugh Now Cry Later, that was dope too. I like that song. That was pretty dope. And then he went to Girls Want Girls, and I like that too.
Yeah, some of those songs, I'm not saying that they bad songs, but some of those songs did sound not better, but they sound good live.
Yeah, yeah.
Versus like on the CD, like it was a little bit more energy on them. I don't know how they did it, but yeah.
Right. In the Bible was cool. Wait, I wish he would have did TSU, dog. Shawty's not around.
Yeah.
Shawty's not around.
Yeah.
He should have did that shit. That shit would have set the whole bitch off. Yeah, that whole place would have erupted, dog.
They would have got some push off.
Yeah. Way Too Sexy, Knife Talk. I think another one of our favorite part is when he did God's Plan. To me, God's Plan is our generation's Man in the Mirror. I'm sorry, bro. Like, God's Plan.
That's a big stretch, but yeah, I got you.
As a feel-good record from a superstar, you ain't have to give us a charity record, low-key, but you did, and it was actually a hit.
Yeah.
God's Plan, bro.
Cardo, yeah.
Yeah, crazy. And then he went in from God's Plan, and then Kanye came back and did Hurricane. It's like, to hear God's Plan go off, and to hear The Weeknd's voice opening up Hurricane.
They got the crowd back, like, fully involved. Not saying that they wasn't involved when Drake was there, but they brought the crowd all the way back, like all the way.
Because you know what I think? Honestly, I think when Drake came on, he low-key ramped up the crowd participation.
Yeah.
Because it's a new album. Everybody knows Drake album, so it's like when Drake was rapping, the new stuff, the fans was rapping with him, so it's like, and then you do it to God's Plan, everybody know the bad things. Is a lot of or on my bed and my mom. I'm like shit that like caption rap, like everybody knows it. And then you go into Hurricane, so it's like, damn nigga, we here. And then right after Hurricane, Father Stretch My Hands. Like, damn nigga.
Because when you look at Kanye, especially in the beginning, Kanye's music is very emotional. Yeah. And they're heavy.
Yes.
Kanye's songs are
Stadium
heavy.
status.
Yeah, they're heavy as far as like how they sit on you, what makes you think, all these things, especially what you be talking about. So for Drake to come on there and do the sets that he did, it did exactly what you said, and it kind of, I'm not saying that Kanye's set was depressing, but it did bring the mood back up to like, we still having fun out here.
Yeah.
I mean,
it wasn't that Kanye had it. His set was just highly
it was
emotional
heavy.
to his
That's what I'm
fans.
saying. It's heavy.
Honestly, I mean,
what I told you, the whole set just looked like one, like all of Kanye's videos in one. Like, it just looked like a mess of Kanye's
I mean,
videos
I even saw it in my cousin's face. Like, he was low-key getting emotional, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, his set was very emotional for a Kanye fan, because especially if you never went to a Kanye show, because you really getting one.
Yeah.
And then the
for the free.
For the free, and the thing that really pierced, I think, your heart and your soul was like the fans singing them songs. You could hear the emotion. You could hear like their voice cracking. Like, dog, I never thought I would be in a 20,000 arena rapping "I Wonder" with Kanye.
Because everybody sings. What's crazy too is when you hear the crowd sing the parts that they sing. It just reminds you of you. It just reminds you everybody's connected. Everybody sings the same parts the same way in the shower or when they put.
It was a lot of people cry. I think it was a lot of people who cried.
People in there crying. It's probably more females, but it's probably a few soft guys in there crying too. But yeah, definitely emotional triggers.
Right, going into Niggas in Paris, Bound to Come to Life, and then him and Drake did Forever. It was a dope show, and I think for the fans and the people who support both artists, that's just what we want to see. Kanye has literally took the music game back and over again. The last fourth quarter of this year.
Yeah. And
I think that was low-key a test to see if Kanye can really like come all the way out. Like, can I go back on tour since 2016?
Yeah. I told you, I think it's a little tester for Drake. Like, if they can do a little doo-wop tour. But, like I said, that may be...
Egos are huge.
Yeah, that's why I said that might be a little bit stretch, but...
Because, honestly, if they did a tour, like last night, I mean that show was kind of...
like just like a 4 or 5 city tour, like L.A., New York, Miami, and fucking San Fran. Like, just
because their catalogs are too...
Atlanta or some shit.
But that's why I'll tell you, they can't really have no openers, just because their catalogs are really too...
have one opener.
Their catalogs are too big. Like, literally, you can start the show.
Like, somebody could do, like, a 30-minute, little 30-hour opener, bro.
A Drake and Kanye show would literally be like an 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. event. Yeah. It would have to be you would have to give me a 4-hour show. 3.5 to 4 hours.
I would be disappointed.
With their catalog, you got to.
I would have to.
I wouldn't expect nothing less. I don't want anything less.
Event,
I need right.
I have to sneak a couple joint smokes in there, but yeah.
I just don't know how long it would go because both of them are.
No, that'll be about right. About either 8 to 12 or 9 to 12.
Yeah,
like 1.5 hours each.
And
2 hours
and
each.
The show starts.
Yeah.
Then, like.
Yeah, on schedule.
Yeah, and everybody will be there on time.
Yeah, I can see that. If you didn't want any openers, and you wanted people to be on time, yeah, you would. Yeah.
I believe that like everybody.
While niggas is still coming in or sitting down, you went like Kanye gets on that bitch of Drake.
I feel like this, bro. If niggas said doors open at 6, concert starts at 8, right? Bro, by 8 o'clock, everybody gonna be in their seats.
You'll run it.
If you give people 2 hours to get in that bitch, everybody gonna be in their seats by 8 o'clock.
Should be.
If that's when the show starts.
Yeah. Run it.
Slim 400 murdered in L.A. And what was crazy, Fats called me, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, he just called before we went live.
Okay. I know he said that shit happened a couple of blocks away and shit.
It did. I've been on that block.
Yeah.
Last time I was in L.A., Fats took me literally to that block in Inglewood. And he was on his way home. It was crazy today because he was on his way home. And he was like, you see his alleyway? Like, yeah, it's the alleyway where you about to go home.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. He drove past and he stopped. He's like, see, you pointed over there. You see all that tape, those candles? That's who he was shot at. So literally, he was only shot 2 blocks from, where cuz live at.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just kind of crazy in itself to, you know what I'm saying, for him to be that close and,
Yeah,
shot in Inglewood. That's an affiliate of YG. He was fatally shot in Inglewood, and authorities are still on the hunt for his killer. The victim was aspiring rapper Slim 400. The officers were patrolling the neighborhood near 7th and Manchester Avenues just before 8 p.m. Wednesday when they heard gunshots. They found a man on the ground suffering from gunshot wounds. Paramedics quickly took the man to the hospital where he died later. No arrests have been made. According to the Times, Slim 400 was an up-and-coming rapper in the California hip-hop scene. The 33-year-old was born in Germany and raised in Compton, was known for songs such as Gospel featuring YG and Pyru featuring YG and Red Room 187. You know, some people are saying it was over a female. The video is very gruesome. You see somebody walking up to him on his car and pretty much dragging him out to the driveway while he's continuing to shoot him.
Like he was fighting or trying to stop her.
Yeah. So prayers to Slim 400, his family, the Pyrus, YG, the Bloods out there, Compton, Inglewood. You know what I'm saying? Prayers go out.
Yeah, rest in power to bro.
Rest in power.
I don't know, I remember Star was talking, I think yesterday or the other day, he was like, it's all cute, but I mean, not saying he did anything, but it's always a backstory. That's all I'm gonna say. We never know what happened. It's kind of like with the Dolph. Not saying that Dolph should have died, but it's always,
you don't know what niggas.
Yeah, we don't know what happened for real. Niggas be banging for real. It's always a backstory. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Another rest in peace to another 33-year-old who passed away untimely. Wide receiver, all-pro wide receiver Demaryius Thomas, formerly of the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, rest in power to bro too.
Yeah, he passed away, and what they saying is that he got in a real bad car crash.
Okay.
Like about over a year ago, right? And he was having like seizures from it, okay. And they're happening more frequent. And he was scared to be alone. That's why he had a lot of his family kind of move in with him. And what they said what happened is that he had a seizure in the shower.
And he must have fell.
Either he fell,
and hit his, or he just just never came back.
Type shit. Yeah, like you just, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, bro. I was wondering what happened, but it's crazy.
And it's 6 months after he announced his retirement from the NFL. His cousin said that they believed it was a medical issue. It was a seizure, and he's been dealing with them for a while now. She said he had been suffering from seizures for over a year and believed he had a seizure when he was showering. He was alone, and a friend couldn't get a hold of him, so he called his driver, who had a key because of the seizures, and he went to his home and found him in the shower. Officers responded to 911 regarding a cardiac arrest in Thomas's home around 7 p.m. They reported incident. They were led to the bathroom. The person who made the call was the driver, and they found Thomas' body in the shower where he was pronounced dead shortly afterward. The police department said the cause of the manner of death is still pending, and an autopsy by the Fulton County Medical Examiner Office will be done by Friday. He was a great receiver from Georgia Tech, drafted in the first round by different Broncos. He had the famous Mile High Miracle with Tim Tebow. First play of the wild card playoffs against Steelers, threw that slant route, took it to the house. He was good with bubble screens when Peyton Manning got there.
Yeah.
For the good 4 to 5 years, he was on Julio Jones, Antonio Brown, Megatron level as far as 1,000 yards, 100 catches, 10-plus touchdowns. He was one of the top receivers in the NFL during his era. He set the Super Bowl reception record with 13 during a blowout loss against the Seahawks in Super Bowl 48.
I remember that.
Yeah, he also won the championship in Super Bowl 50 against the Carolina Panthers. He's an all-time Denver Bronco, like I said, a Pro Bowler, All-Pro, Georgia Tech superstar, a Georgia native, gone too soon, a great person, great human being. A lot of people had a lot of great things to say about him. Shannon Sharp said that he should have reached out to him. Yeah. But,
I didn't know he was that young.
Yeah, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, just...
at any time, man, so...
Yeah, just, prayers to the family, you know what I'm saying? Just protect people.
It's scary to be in that situation, too. Not saying that I know from personal experience, of course, but just to have seizures to the point where you want to keep your family around you because you know that shit's getting serious.
Yeah, man.
That's a scary situation.
For real. Or even...
It's smart, you know what I'm saying?
But even with that, it's like, damn, bro. Like, if I was in that point, like, bro, I would really have to take baths, bro.
Yeah.
On some real shit.
If we trying to be extra super safe, but I mean, even that could be
because you can drown.
A threat. That's what I'm saying. Like, how shallow does the water have to be? You feel
It has
me?
to be
Like,
pretty shallow.
Yeah, exactly. So you can't just be sitting in that bitch.
And it's
Doing
crazy
whatever you
because
do in the bath.
I got a friend and she's been having seizures for like last 2 years. And
Okay.
even for her, she like, bro, it's scary for her to drive sometimes because she might seize up.
No, and that's a scary situation.
You know what I'm saying?
Man. So
yeah, R.I.P to Slim 400, R.I.P to Demaryius Thomas. You know, great guys gone too soon.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them around the same age, if not the same age.
Both were 33.
Yeah, that's what I
And
thought.
Demaryius Thomas's birthday was on Christmas.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
That's that hurt.
Do you want to talk about the Kevin Hart, or do you want to talk about what's his face? NBA YoungBoy.
Let's start off positive, you know what I'm saying, with the Kevin Hart. From what I heard, it's definitely a good situation as far as, you know, what the show's about, who's acting, the theme, all of the above. I'm not saying that NBA being itself isn't negative, but it's not.
I understand.
Yeah,
it's not like
normal. Let's just say that.
Right. Pretty much Kevin Hart has a new show called True Story, and is it based off his real life? It kind of has similarities of his real life, but it's not really like about his real life, I guess, because hopefully it's not, because what's going on in the show, I don't want to spoil anything because I want people to watch it.
Yeah.
But pretty much him and Wesley Snipes is his older brother in the show. It is a dramatic show. It's not a comedy. It's not like Real Husbands of Hollywood, how some people think it's a real dramatic show. And the funny parts in it is, he's playing a comedian. He's playing a comedian named Kid that's from Philadelphia. So it's basically kind of based off his life.
Yeah, I got you.
But like I said, the twists and turns of just the first episode will hook you in. The music selection will hook you in. And the realistic scenarios of the episode, it's very, very gripping, bro. It's something that if you got a Netflix account, if you don't have a Netflix account, you get one, because to have such a good show with such an A-list actor with Kevin Hart and the other actors that are in that show and that play a great role and how they kind of go in depth about, you know, kind of the life behind the scenes. It's fucking awesome, bro.
No, I mean, the way you described it is, he doesn't make a lot of cheesy stuff, but some of his stuff can come off a little lighthearted. So what you're telling me is it's a little bit more like, you know,
to
on
me,
a serious tip. It's a little bit not gritty, but it's a little bit, like you said, a little bit more drama, seriousness. It's a little bit more serious. This one, it's not too much. It's a little comedy in there, of course.
Right.
But there's nothing.
It's
like,
dry, sarcastic humor within the situations.
Yeah.
I think by episode 7, anybody will probably say, if this is not your favorite work from Kevin Hart, this is definitely
top 3 type.
For me personally, this might be, by the end of episode 7,
Best
this
project.
might be my favorite thing Kevin Hart's ever did.
Best project. All right. I believe you. Like I said, he does a lot of things that are funny. So this one is a little bit more on the other side, a little bit more serious. So it sounds like something that somebody like me can get behind. I'm definitely going to check that out.
Bro, they played 2 Tupac. They opened the show with a Tupac record and closed it on episode 1. So
okay. That's not, can't go wrong with Tupac. It's a good sign.
Hey, man.
Tupac can't be put to no bullshit scene either, so, you know.
Exactly. That's why it was hard.
You feel me? Yeah, nah, I did.
That's all them scenes was hard body, man. NBA YoungBoy has painted his face, and he says that it makes him feel comfortable when he paints his face. It's not uncommon for
it makes him feel like a rock star.
Yeah, you know, he puts on the eyeliner, face full of makeup. He expressed that he enjoyed the practice of putting makeup on his face. Hip-hop fans did bite back a bit. The rapper has been under house arrest in Utah while he continues to await the outcome of his looming federal case. YoungBoy has been connecting with Clubhouse. He's been on Clubhouse lately.
I seen something about him hopping on Clubhouse just to talk shit, and it sounded like he was geeking out like real high or some shit, and he hopped off. I didn't hear the whole thing, but that's just what it looked like.
Yeah, he quoted, "I like painting my face, putting makeup on." He said at the time, "I like to look in the mirror and see everything black, like my eyes and shit. Just, I don't know, I feel comfortable that way." He said, added that his engineer purchased the items for him from MAC Cosmetics. "It gives me like a goth feel, like rock stars." YoungBoy on December 9th popped up on his sister's Instagram page and shared his new image showing him wearing a full face of black and white makeup. The caption to post reads, "I don't care what they think about me, rockstar piece. Some fans are happy about, YoungBoy's been expressing himself as he sees fit while others aren't accepting his new look."
How does that make you feel, Florida boy, Jay? How does NBA YoungBoy?
It's funny. Makes me laugh internally because
Does it make you look at him like he's a rock star?
No.
So he's not a rock star to you because he put on makeup.
No.
You're not getting rock.
No, I don't get
vibes.
rock star vibes when he puts on makeup. I just feel like he wants to wear makeup, and I think
This is
him wearing makeup. I think he's so direct with it. People are like trying to make excuses for him being very direct, and I think he is opening up and finding himself.
Are you kind of saying like this is him? This is his version of like when Lil Wayne started wearing the
No. I think this is him expressing himself. Is he coming out? I won't say that, but I think he has a lot of pent up aggression.
So that's what we calling it now, pent up aggression.
Yeah, he's one of them weird young niggas, man. You know what I mean? Like one of them that, be like, listen, YoungBoy's been doing a lot of suspect shit over the last few years.
So he can paint his nails now too.
No, I'm not saying he can't.
I'm not
can't.
you. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying like for society, we should accept the fact if he goes the Cardi route. Like at this point, you remember how Cardi came out and was doing that little show he had. So we should expect though like NBA YoungBoy lyrics and stuff like that. But when we should see him from now on, it should be.
I feel like he has such an influence over the youth that this will affect a lot of super YoungBoy fans who have no direction and look at him as like the god. I think it has effect because he does have that level of influence. So
does he wear makeup better? You know why he does everything better.
Yeah, I mean, that's what his fans have to say now. You've been riding with him so much. That's the thing. Y'all ride for people y'all don't know. So when they do some nut shit like this, it's like, you gotta ride with it. When I asked my homegirl Sha'Carri about it, she was like, she don't give a fuck. That's her nigga. Like she was kind of like embarrassed. I can not her boy, but she's pretty much saying what we saying. Like, hey, you gonna ride with him.
Yeah, you gotta ride with it.
That was pretty much what she was saying. Like I said, man, I don't have a problem with it because I'm not like a huge YoungBoy fan, and I'm older than him, so I don't care. I just want to know, is this just I'm just like wear makeup around the house, or is he really coming out to be something else?
That's kind of where my question was. Like should we now expect to see YoungBoy when he gets off house arrest in his new videos and
to be wearing makeup
concerts,
and shit?
Are we going to see skinny, the skinnier leather situations, painted nails? Because that's like he put on lipstick, my nigga. Like that's or Max, whatever the fuck.
Yes, yeah, right. Yeah. I don't know. I think you gotta wait and see, personally, and at the same time,
it's I ain't got no skin in it.
Yeah, me neither. That's why it's like we'll wait and see. I'm just saying, if he's expressed himself, he's expressed himself. I think it's like I said. I think it's kind of weird, that you want to do it, but at the same time, I don't think YoungBoy was raised how most people should be raised as far as his upbringing. So I think a lot of times he's just expressed like for him doing this. I think, say if it was like a young child who did that.
Can we maybe it's just like something he's going through right now. Maybe it's just like a fad, like maybe 5 years from now he won't feel like a rock star like
that. And I think he's just trying to find a way how to manage his energy.
I can see that. That type of pent up aggression.
Yeah, because he be smoking hella ports, and he be, even in the interviews, I be going through phase of depression, like, he just going through. He got a court case. I think he got pending trial. He's on house arrest in Utah. I think he's really just trying to fucking like maintain his sanity, and sometimes doing things that people may deem crazy.
I guess. I get what you're saying.
It's probably keeping him in the sane mind. So,
or somebody could look at that and be like, he's going out of his mind. You can look at it both ways. You can go both ways. I mean, I ain't judging up here. We just talking shit.
Just talking. So I think that's gonna wrap up this episode 27 of Perspectives and Facts podcast.
Like Christmas presents.
I really appreciate you coming through and recording this episode with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got a lot of good content. We got a lot of good guests coming up in these next few weeks. The YouTube analytics looking great. We're dropping videos every day. We're dropping a new episode every week.
Yeah.
We're growing the pod. We're at 1,550 subscribers. Grinding. Hopefully we can drop this episode by Monday, and we're gonna hit. I'm on the road to 2,000 subscribers. So hit the like button, subscribe, like and share, all that. Leave a comment.
All that.
Subscribe. It's Perspectives, roast comments, in Starch Community section, Perspectives Facts Podcast. We are the original Island Boys.
The OGs.
Island Boy, keep my gun. Yes. Original Island Boys, Perspectives Facts Podcast. Salute. Thank you. You guys have a wonderful weekend.
We out.
We out.